Hi Taurus, Trishna here. Welcome to your February 2020 love reading. So what I'm feeling for you, Taurus, from an intuitive perspective is I feel like you may be more focused on your appearance currently. So if you tend to not be very focused on your appearance, I feel like you're putting more attention into that. You're trying different things. You're adding a little more to your style. You're trying to look more put together. If you're a Taurus who tends to be more put together in general and you're always looking good, I feel like you're either trying something different as well, or maybe you're just paying more attention to your appearance and being more focused on your how put together you are and trying to improve that possibly. I feel like this may be related to a partner that you currently have in your life. I feel like you likely, Taurus, have met somebody new and you're dating somebody new and you like them, but I feel like you may be feeling a little bit reserved, like you're not entirely sure whether or not you can give away your heart just yet, whether or not you can really trust this person, whether or not this person actually likes you back. And even if you feel like they do like you back, you're not sure whether they're here to stay. Like you wonder, will your heart get broken again? Will your heart get hurt? So I feel like you're seeing somebody new and you're really happy about that, but you do have your reservations and you are keeping your heart a little closed off and your cards closer to your chest than maybe you would like to in a relationship, or you feel like you should in a relationship. And I feel like, Taurus, this is going to be a very interesting relationship for you. For some of you, this is your person. I feel like this is your long-term person. You'll be with them at least 3 years, most likely, if not longer. Even if that's not the case, if they are a more shorter term partner for you, I feel like this partnership is extremely pivotal towards your life and your growth and your journey, and it is focused around appearance. So this person is most likely going to be your person, your long-term partner, but if not, this person is a very, very important part of your life. They are going to help you grow in ways that are extremely important for you to be able to be happy throughout your life and to be able to grow with regards to self-love for yourself. So, and this is all tied around appearance. So, what I mean by that is I feel like, Taurus, in your relationships, you've always felt like maybe you would only be liked for your appearance and you would only be liked if you looked good. And as a result, you've always felt like you needed to be put together and to always look good and to always be focused on your appearance and making sure that you look perfect all the time. And if you're a female and you feel like you have to put on a lot of makeup and you have to straighten your hair or you have to change its color, if you're a male, you feel like you always have to smell good, you feel like your hair always has to be gelled, you always have to be wearing the best clothes, or maybe you have to put on some kind of external appearance. Maybe in either case, I mean, I'm just giving examples based off of the gender, but you take this how it applies to you as an individual, regardless of your gender. For some of you, you may feel like you have to hold up certain appearances when you're in social settings. So when you're hanging out with your friends, you feel like you have to be the one that drinks the most, or you have to drink more than you would like to drink to maintain some kind of appearance. So there's something to do with appearances that you've often felt like you need to uphold in order for people to love you, in order for your partner to love you. And if you don't feel that way, then you may feel like you have to look good. Otherwise, like, somebody can only fall in love with you if you look good and if you look put together all the time. So there's something with appearance and love for you, Taurus. And I feel like the partner that you have right now, whether they are your long-term partner or they are just a very pivotal person on your journey, either way, this person is going to teach you that appearance is not as important when you are with the right person. This partner of yours is going to love you for who you are. Yes, of course, they're going to love your appearance and they're going to be happy that you look put together, but that's not going to be a necessity for them. They're going to love you for your heart and your soul. They're going to appreciate who you are as a person. They're going to want to know about your dreams and your desires and what interests you and your perspective on life. They're not just looking at the outer shell that you are. They actually want to go deeper. And the outer shell is, just a minor fraction of what they like about you. Really, what they want to know is the deep kernel of your soul. That's what's really important to them. And I think that this is going to help you learn that appearance doesn't have to be everything. Like, people can love you for more than just your appearance. And I feel like many of you who this is resonating with, if appearance is really important to you, where, first of all, it's okay that appearance is important to you. What's the growth opportunity for you is that you believe you can't be loved or you can't be admired or you can't be like sought after unless you look put together. Like, you seem to think that you can only be liked for the superficial aspects of you for some reason. And I feel like for those of you who are resonating with this, it's because you most likely had a parent who was also very superficial, who is possibly narcissistic. And so they kind of put on you this idea that appearance is everything and looking good is everything. And so you've taken that on, you've taken that perspective of appearance is extremely important and it's one of the most important factors, and nobody's going to love me for me. They're only going to love me for my external persona and how I appear. And so you've taken that mentality on, but that's not who you are. Like, you are not a narcissist. You are not somebody who sees the world that way. You do not look at somebody and think, well, they don't look good enough for me, or they're not put together enough for me. Like, the expectations you put on yourself for how you need to be is not the same kinds of expectations that you put on other people. Like, you're happy to be with a partner who isn't always put together, who is relaxed, who is comfortable in their own skin, and you love them for who they are. Like, you, Taurus, are a very good person. You connect very emotionally to other people. You're just really full of love, and you don't you don't know that you deserve the same. You don't believe that you deserve the same. You don't believe that people can love you the way that you love them and appreciate you the way that you appreciate them for who they are. And so somebody has instilled this idea that you can only be loved for the superficial aspects of yourself, and you can't ever be loved solely for the inside of who you are. And your partner is going to teach you that that mentality is not accurate, and that the right person will love you for who you are, not just what you look like and what your outer shell shows you to be. They love you for the true depths of who you are and your soul. They will truly see you, not just see the mask that you put on. And mask is a strong word because you're not trying to fool anybody. You just want to look good. And Taurus, that's okay. Like, if you want to continue to look good even through this partnership, or, you know, after you move on from this person and you grow through this experience, that is perfectly fine. Like, if that feels good to you, do that. But the lesson is that you're more than that, and you can be loved for who you are. It's not just the outer shell. And that's what this partner is going to teach you. And I think that that is just such a beautiful lesson for you, Taurus. I think that you will see relationships very differently as a result. You will go after different people as a result, because up till now, I think maybe, you know, you there's a certain kind of person that you like. You like somebody who's real. You like somebody who's relaxed. You like somebody who's very loving, very warm, very kind. But I feel like maybe for some of you, you haven't really gone after that person. Like, you've always noticed them. You've always seen them. You've always liked that kind of person. You've never not seen a person like that who was a good match for you and been like, they're not good enough for me. Like, that's you know what you like in a person, and you notice it. You know it when you see it. But I think that you tend to gravitate towards people who are also superficial, because you feel like maybe that's the language that you all speak, or like they would only be able to appreciate you because you put on the superficial outside that they would like. And, you know, like, you haven't been able to feel real, like be able to be real with a person. So even though you see somebody who's like real and you want to be with them, you don't always know how to connect with them or how to approach them. Like, you get shy around them, but you're used to the other type of personality in that kind of world. So I think that for most of you, this person that you're with is going to be your long-term partner, and they're going to show you what love really is, and it's going to be amazing. And you're going to still want to look good. You're going to still want to be put together, but it's not going to feel like something that you have to do anymore. It's going to feel like a choice. It's going to feel like, if I wanted to, I could be relaxed. And that's the growth. Like, you're never going to want to be super relaxed, but you know that you can. You know that you're with somebody who loves you, who adores you for you, and that you can. And that's going to make you feel a lot more relaxed in your relationship and in life, knowing that you can, you know, that you don't have to do this to get love or to get respect or appreciation or anything like that. So it's going to be wonderful. And either way, whether or not this person is your long-term partner, they're going to be a wonderful influence on your life. They're going to grow you in this way, and that's absolutely amazing. And if this person is not your long-term partner, I feel like most likely they are, but if they're not, I mean, you're going to appreciate your experience with them so much. It's this is important, Taurus. So, and again, you're going to look at relationships going forward very differently, and you're going to realize that you can get somebody real. That you can get the person that you actually, the type of personality, the type of person, the type of heart that you've always noticed but never felt like you could really have or approach. Like, this experience is going to give you that, and so you're going to know, I can get this, and you're going to learn a lot from it, and you're going to start targeting the kinds of relationships that your heart actually calls to, not your mind. So that's what I'm feeling for you, Taurus, from the intuitive portion of this reading. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a deck of cards and some cards, and we're going to do a tarot reading for the second half of this video. All right, Taurus, so a few people asked me to try to be in frame with the cards, so this is my attempt to do that. So we're going to do this reading the way that I've done the past few tarot readings. We're going to read the top row in this video, and then in the extended, we're going to cover the last 6 cards. So in this video, we're going to talk about the Hanged Man, the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Moon card. So what I'm feeling for you with the Hangman is I feel like this is where you currently are with regards to your relationship. You're in this waiting period, this judging period, this observational period with regards to your partner. You're kind of waiting to see if they really love you, if there are any signs that they actually want to truly be with you, they want to stay with you. That's for some of you. Some of you may also be wondering, like, maybe waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're like waiting for something to go wrong, or for them to show a sign that maybe they aren't really committed. For some of you, you may be waiting for both. So you're just in this waiting period where you don't really know how to take the situation that you're in. There's a lot of really positive things. You like this person, you feel like they like you, but you want to see what's real. And I feel like if there is a feeling of magic in your relationship, that you should really focus on that. If there's some kind of magical feeling that you feel, or some kind of deep connection that you feel in your relationship, really focus on that, because that for sure is real. This Queen of Swords, I feel, represents you, or maybe slightly past you. So the Queen of Swords is basically you having your guard up, being very watchful, being very careful, observing your situation, but I feel like you are tired. You're tired of holding those cards to your chest that we talked about in the intuitive portion. You're tired of walling up your heart, putting it behind walls, being protective of your feelings, and you're tired of the hangman. You're tired of waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're tired of being disappointed, but you're also tired of being worried about being disappointed. So I feel like with the Queen of Swords, you're starting to enter this mode where you're just really tired of it all, and that's going to help you let go of the walls that you've put up and to just kind of go with the flow and just take what comes at you. I feel like this Ace of Swords represents you really dropping your sword as a Queen of Swords and becoming free again, feeling free, feeling like you can be yourself, feeling like you can handle whatever the universe is going to throw at you, feeling like you can actually be comfortable in your relationship, feeling like you can actually be free in your relationship, to actually be yourself, to express yourself fully, to not have to put on this persona, or not have to maybe limit the words that you use, or limit the activities that you do, or the actions that you take, or the people that you want to hang out with. This is you finally being able to let your guard down, to be comfortable in a relationship, and to know that you will be loved. And this is going to be a transition, right? It's not like you're going to suddenly feel free. There is trust that has to be built in a relationship. I feel like a relationship is likely very new. And, even if it's not, though, you haven't been able to feel this way in the past. This is something new, being able to be free and be yourself. And that's not something that happens overnight. You don't just suddenly meet a person and in one instant you feel like you can be yourself. You feel like you can shed the belief system that you've had all this time. Now, it will happen quickly with this person. It's not going to be overnight, but it's going to be very quick. This person that you're with is going to build up that trust. So, you're already making this transition yourself, but they are going to help you with that as well, and helping you build up that trust, being very encouraging, speaking with the words and letting you know, like, you don't always have to look put together. I love you as you are. Let's talk about you as a person, and really connecting with you on that deep level instead of just a superficial level. They may not use the words, but they will very much want to talk to you about you and really want to connect with you on that deep level. And that's going to build up trust, because you're going to connect on a deeper level than you've been able to with most other people. And, and most other people, I mean, not just relationship partners. You might not have been able to connect very deeply with friends, with family, Like I was saying in the intuitive portion, maybe you have a narcissistic parent. So you have not been able to fill that craving for human connection. And now comes in this person who gives you the opportunity and opens the door for you to be able to do that. And that's going to build this level of trust that you haven't really been able to have with other people. And it's going to bring your guard down. And that might sound scary to you right now, but as it happens, sure, it'll be a little scary. It's different. I mean, for anybody, it's a little scary to let your guard down and to really reveal who you are and to actually be yourself, especially in a love relationship when you really want to impress the other person, you really want them to love you back. But, so of course it'll be fierce, but they're going to really help you with this. It's not going to be as terrifying as maybe it sounds right now for some of you. The Three of Cups, I feel, represents that you will have something to celebrate. I feel like you will be able to tell your friends about this amazing person that you are with. They may not understand what you see in this person or what an amazing relationship looks like. Again, they're kind of going to be the same people. They're going to be like the people that you've been in your circle. They're your friends, or the same people you've surrounded yourself with that you haven't always been able to have a very close connection with. So they may not fully understand, but they're going to try to be happy for you, even though they don't really understand, or maybe deep down they want that kind of relationship too, but they don't feel like they can have it because, you know, they haven't met the person that you've met. And so maybe they will have a little bit of jealousy because they want to have what you have. So, but there will be something that you can celebrate. And I think that that's really, really good, really positive. This Page of Wands, I feel, talks about what I was saying before, how you may at times revert to your old ways. You may at times feel like, ooh, I need to put my guards back up, or ooh, I need to protect myself, or something like that. I don't feel like you're going to revert to your old ways with your partner. I feel like they're really going to build a strong sense of trust with you. But whenever you hang out with your friends, or whenever you hang out with the typical types of personalities you've been with up till now, it's going to be a contrast, your partnership and then all of your other relationships, and it's going to sometimes make you feel like you need to be on guard with them. And I don't feel like you do. I feel like you've lived in this world where you've always been on guard with them. They've always been on guard with you, like your family or your friends. But there's never really been a reason for that. It's just been how you've gotten along, or how you've always communicated, or the kinds of personalities you've all been. But you really could have deeper connections with everybody, but nobody in your circle is practiced in that. You're all out of practice of that. And so you actually can open up with them. Again, they may not always understand. They may not know how to be supportive because that's just not the circle. That's just not the kind of way that you've always interacted. But yeah, so you may sometimes feel like you need to close yourself off maybe from your friends, but you don't actually have to. This Moon card, I feel, so Moon in general represents there being something hidden or something that needs to be uncovered. I feel like for you, Taurus, it represents that your partner has your back and the universe has your back. If your partner doesn't have your back, the universe for sure has your back. I feel like even your friends have your back, even though they may be a little bit jealous, or they may not understand what you're going through, or they may feel like you are leaving them because you found a partner who's so different from them. They do have your back. They do have your best interests. They do actually want you to have happiness. That is truly what their desire is. So I guess that's what is under the surface. That is what is hidden, is they are putting on a persona the way that you have tried to put on a persona in the past. And that may not be reflective of their true feelings of you, which is that they actually do care about you. They actually do want your happiness. So that, I think, is probably the Moon card. The hidden thing that you need to know is your friends actually do love you. They do have your back. They do want the best for you. They might just be a little scared that you're going to leave them. And maybe that's another lesson that you need to take away from the Page of Wands, is you feel like you need to be on guard with them because you've never been any other way with them. But they actually do have your best interests at heart, and they do love you and they do care about you. So maybe you should take a stab at being the one that opens up that deeper connection, that is vulnerable first, and they may not know how to react to that again in the beginning, but I think they would appreciate it, and I think that would make them feel more comfortable about you and this partnership, and like you're here to stay and you're investing in this relationship, and you're trying to put yourself out there for them. You're trying to put your heart out there for them to, cut and slice however they will, and that builds trust, in its own way. And so I feel like there's a lot going on here, but it's all positive. So that's what I'm feeling for you, Taurus. So in the extended, we're going to cover the last 6 cards. So if you're interested in the extended, we're going to talk about the Two of Cups, which is really positive for romance, the Three of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles, which is also a really positive card. So if you're interested in the extended, I will see you there. If not, thank you so much for watching, Taurus, and I will see you in my next video on YouTube.